Hey, so here's my question for you. How scared are you of the coronavirus? I'm asking because since the beginning, a lot of things has happened. I made my video about coronavirus a little while ago, how, Wuhan was the first place to start 5G, and it's been there for quite a while, and 5G has symptoms of flu, headaches, and cause cancer and different sort of things. So clearly it has some damage to the body, but then we have the whole scare tactic. And my thing is, I read people's comments. I like see videos, and then you see what's happening in the world and the things they're doing, like quarantining the cities, making sure hey, we have to make sure that buy out everything because we're gonna die, and just another scare tactic and stuff like that. So my thoughts how do you react to it all? And and when I look at this, there's a lot to talk about. I think its main thing is just scaring people. It's all it is. If they can cause fear and chaos, they can control and pull strings and make people go a certain way and focus on one thing while in the background everyone's working on certain things. It's when something big happens in the world and everyone's attention goes there, no one's looking at what's being done here. And then we found new laws, new vaccines, new different stuff coming out, and oh, it's bad. And not just that, but I think it's not just the fear and chaos they're causing, but they're trying to divide people again. It's they cause 9/11, and then oh, it's Muslims, we have to kill them, we're bad, and there's a war and stuff, and there's now it's oh, Asians, coronavirus, it's China, and they're making people get aggressive towards other people who are innocent. I'm reading some on Twitter, and they're just some people walk into a bar or restaurant and stuff like that, and they literally walk in and they're Asian, and they're like, hey, you're Asian, get the fuck out, because he's Asian. Because people are afraid of coronavirus and they think all Asians are bad. And there are those who blame, oh, Chinese, they're the ones guilty for the coronavirus. Oh, Asians, guilty for the coronavirus. Oh, this and that, guilty for this. No. Look behind the scenes. I think, too many of us are starting to blame the public or a nation or a country without really looking at those who are pulling the strings behind the scenes. That's as simple as that. It's not like all Chinese came together and decided, we're gonna start coronavirus because we want to scare the world. But no one's looking that coronavirus was written about in 1981, that it had a patent in 2014, and it was accepted and on the full go in 2018. Coronavirus has a patent way before it came on board. No one's talking about that. Or, there's probably very few people. But not in the mainstream. And the mainstream, it's just the bigger gun than the virus itself. Because they're just causing mass sort of hysteria, massive fears, when it's not really that bad. I'm not saying that coronavirus is not lethal and it's just nothing. It's too early to say it's just it's nothing. No, it's just sort of the beginning. But looking at the flu, there are tons of people who die from flu every year. Normal flu. There are lots of flus out there. Coronavirus is just one of them. It's a flu with a different name, with different things. They're targeting mainly coronavirus is as far as I've read or researched or heard about and stuff, it basically targets the lung area, nowhere else in the body. So just make sure you're drinking lots of water. You're doing helping yourself stuff. But people are even scientists hey, these masks, they're not gonna save you. If they get wet at least a little bit, even from your breath, you're breathing, and the mask becomes not that dry, it's useless. It's not gonna help. And the mainstream media is just bullshitting people into, oh, that's it. Quarantine is only, it's more of a thing how they are handling issues and how much is being talked about than what's really going on. Because, like, you know, when they announced, like, oh, we're gonna quarantine cities, just the news of how they are handling the issue is a big thing. And of course, it's gonna cause fear. A lot of people, same people who are probably launching off on a Black Friday, same people who are, like, using every holiday to spend money because they're a part of the system, are the same people who are reacting and being afraid. If you look at the years, it's been going on for like 20, 30 years. We had Zika virus, we had Ebola, we had E. coli, we had Mayan calendar, we had tons of things one after another targeting us, making us shit our pants and like go, oh my god, we're all gonna die. And I think like it's another way to cause massive fear, distract people, and just like, you know, hey, make everyone afraid. It's gonna be easier to control them. And like now, the bigger thing is not the flu itself, as the way that the world, governments and corporations and mainstream media handles it. They're announcing about like, you know, we have to quarantine the cities. People are afraid because of that, and they're buying out food, and then, you know, mainstream media is guilty for spreading the news and making it look like we're all gonna die. It's not that bad. No one's talking about like, oh, over 40,000 people got cured from coronavirus. It's all good. Yay, because they used science and medicine and different things and now they're all healthy. No one's talking about that. Like, they're all talking about like the casualties and like, you know, how bad it is and how scary it is and stuff. And then they're showing all the footages of people buying out stuff. And of course, like, oh my god, on news, I saw people buying out rice and different, like, jars and stuff. We have to go get it. We're all gonna die. We have to make sure that, like, it doesn't happen to us because they're gonna buy out stuff. I have to be the first one to buy my stuff. And then people get afraid and they are like sheeps gathering, like, and running around the others. And then it's like, it's fucked up. And there are those who are like, the ministers, like, you know, they're like, all in the scientific, like, you know, hey, make sure that you wash your hands, that you don't do this, that, like, you know, no touching, no kissing. Like, turns the page, like, oh my god, like, big deal. Like, so they're talking big talk, but they're not doing what they're supposed to do. It's like, it's just like another meme in the world right now. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about all this chaos and the coronavirus? Because for me, it seems that they're just like going overboard just to scare people and to make sure, like, you know, the more scared people are, the more they're afraid, the more chaos there is, the easier it is to work around, like, you know, hey, okay, it's perfect chance for us to crush the market and make some money from that, like, you know, because now everyone's like, oh my god, it's like the world's going to an end, so they're gonna sell their investments in, like, you know, different things, and other people who are smart are like, oh, like, this is a perfect time to buy out and wait out until it's over so that there's a rise again and we can, like, sell our shit and become rich again. So, you know, it's like, it's about how you play. And I think those who are in power, they know how it all works. It's not that bad as they sound, but, and I think it's like all just mainstream media and corporations and governments making it look terrible. That's all it is. In my opinion, I'm not saying, like, you know, hey, like, don't be afraid of it and stuff. I'm more like, you know, they want us to be in fear, but you have to make sure that you know how it works. You take care of yourself like you've been taking care of yourself your whole life, and maybe even better, maybe pay more attention. But, you know, it seems that it's a bigger fuss from mainstream media than it really is. So share your thoughts, because some people who are like I think in Wuhan, they were like Chinese journalists and people who really wanted to share what's going on for real. They were making videos and they were captured the same day and gone, and no one talks about them anymore. Like, they just like disappeared. Why? Why did that happen? Anyway, so share your thoughts. Maybe I don't know much. So what do you think? What's going on with coronavirus? Is it too much on the fear? Is it like really bad? Like, you know, share your thoughts. I'm curious to see what you're saying, what you think and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video.